Hello everyone, I'm Helen. Today I'm going to show you how I painted this beautiful landscape bookmarks by using the watercolor. I found 4 beautiful landscape reference photos for making my landscape bookmarks. They're all very simple compositions and beautiful colors. So let's start it. Because within this set, I plan to make 4 bookmarks. So I use my tape to separate my paper into 4 equal spaces. You can see that I tape the edges of the paper, and I use another 3 pieces of tapes to separate the whole spaces into 4 equal spaces. Then I use my pencil to put some lines to give myself some indications. I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a river that is all dry. I'm an ocean nothing floats on. And I'm a sky that nothing wants to fly. I'm a sun that doesn't burn high. I'm a moon that never shows its face. I'm a mouth that doesn't smile. And I'm a word that no one ever. Now let's start with the first one. We give the sky area some water brush. Then I add some deep blue color to the edge and use the water to get it lighter and lighter when it's going down. In a sermon that goes on, and if you take all the things and you bury them fast and you pray that they turn to seeds to roots and then grass, it'd be alright. It's alright. It'd be easier that way. And if the sky opened up and started pouring rain like it will, endless time to start things over again, it'd be alright. It was alright. It'd be easier that way. Then it's the time to splash some water on the land area. For the land, I use the brown color because it's a desert. So I use a brown color and use some deep brown or black. You know, this kind of really dark colors to put some lines over there to make some texture. Just remember that you should put some water to soften the edge of the lines to make it naturally to the background. I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a river that is all dry. I'm an ocean nothing floats on. And I'm a sky that nothing wants to fly. I'm a sun that doesn't burn high. I'm a moon that never shows its face. Now let's do the second one. The second one is a night scene. So there is a moon on in the sky. So when you brush the water to the sky area, you'd better be careful. Don't put the water on the moon. Down the mountain that has been moved. I'm a fugitive that has no legs to run. I'm a preacher with no pulpit, spewing a sermon that goes on. And if you take all the things and you bury them fast and you pray that they turn to seeds to roots and then grass, it'd be alright. It's alright. It'd be easier that way. And if the sky opened up and started pouring rain like it will,
starting over again. It'd be alright. It gets alright. It'd be easier that way. If you take all the things, marry the fast, be alright. That they turn the seeds to roots in the grass. It'd be alright. It's alright. It'd be easier that way. If the sky opened up and started pouring rain like it never.
The third one is a sunset scene. There is a big cloud in the sky, and also at the same time you can see the yellowish moon or sun. I'm not sure, but I'm going to paint it yellow. So don't brush the water to the cloud and the sun. As you see that I trying to make the colors in these three bookmarks different. Even they all use blue color, but the first one I use a deep blue, the second one I use ultramarine blue, and the third one I use a like a lake blue. So this is the thing that you should pay attention when you do your own bookmark set. Even with a harmony color choices, you should think about there must be some difference between each other. Or you want to use the same color, is fine too. But if you don't want to use the same color, but you want to use the similar colors, and you should try to think about if you want to do some changes. Then I brush the water to the cloud and the ground, and use purple and pink color to
I'm a fugitive that has no legs to run. I'm a preacher with no pulpit, spewing a sermon that goes on and on. And if you take all the things and you bury them fast and you pray that they turn the seeds to roots in the grass, it'd be alright. It's alright. It'd be easier that way.
Now the fourth one is a foggy scene. On the very top there is some land with forest, and then there's some foggy area, within between some the lands. So I at this point I brush the water to the land area and leave the foggy area empty. So when you do it, you should be careful because the foggy area edge is not supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to be, with some variations. So you will do it later, but just leave it empty with the paper white for the first layer right now.
I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a river that is all dry. Oh, I'm an ocean nothing floats on. And
is how it looks like after I use my hair dryer to dry up the first layer. Let's draw the mountains now. The mountains need the firm color lines on the top for the peak, and then to be dim on the bottom. So we use a not wet, medium wet brush with a lot of color on the tip, and draw the line of the mountain shape. Then use a wet brush to dim the bottom of this line to drag the color down. When you do the second mountain in front of the first one, you should be careful waiting for the area getting dried, or when you draw the line of the peak, you should be avoid of the wet area, or your color will be dissolved and the line won't be firm enough. Also, we add some more texture lines to the desert. We use the same technique to paint the mountains to the second and third bookmarks. We add some deep brown color lines to the bottom of the fourth bookmark to indicate the shadows on the grass. Then we use some deep green color to the middle area of this bookmark to give the forest some layers. Then we add some brown orange color to the top area to indicate some like a maple trees forest.
I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a river that is all dry. I'm an ocean nothing floats on. And I'm a sky that nothing wants to fly. I'm a sun that doesn't burn hot. I'm a moon that never shows its face. I'm a mouth that doesn't smile. I'm a word that no one ever wants to say.
Then we add the yellow color to the moons on the second and third bookmarks. And take a very wet brush with very light green-blue color to the edge of the foggy area.
To run. I'm a preacher with no pulpit, spewing a sermon that goes on and on. And if you take all the things.
Now the second layer is completely dried by my hair blower. Now is the time to add some details to the bookmarks. For the first one, I added some textures to the mountains by using a black color lines by my detail brush. The second one, there is a forest in the very front. So with this environment, which is in the late night, so you can see the outlines of this forest. So on the bottom, that will be black color covered, and then on the top, you can see some shape of the branches.
I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a river that is all dry. Oh, I'm an ocean nothing floats on. And I'm a sky that nothing wants to fly. I'm a sun that doesn't burn high. I'm a moon that never shows its face. I'm a mouth that doesn't smile. And I'm a word that no one ever wants to say.
For the third one, there was 3 trees that you can see in the very front, which is small one, medium one, and a large one. Actually, there's only half large one that you can see in this bookmark. So we paint the smallest one first because the smallest one will be the one with a little distance from us, and then the middle-sized one will be closer, and then the biggest one will be the closest one in this bookmark. And compare with the second bookmark, you can tell that the third one, these 3 trees are very close to us, so that all the branches will be very clear. We also added some water to the bottom of this bookmark to dye a little bit the tree color on the very bottom to make it dim. we added some tree branches to the land parts. The top maple forest, and then the center part with the green forest. And the center part, just be careful that you don't want the branches everywhere. You want them, showing up somewhere with some kind of inner orders. So make it just, with some layers. And you don't want your branches just on the top of the background. You want them naturally connected to the background. So add some water to dissolve the branch color on the bottom of the branches to the land, so that your painting look naturally. And for some fun, I added a person on the grass on the bottom of the fourth landmark. So you can do it, or if you don't, you can just leave it alone.
I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a river that is all dry. Oh, I'm an ocean nothing floats on. And I'm a sky that nothing wants to fly. I'm a sun that doesn't burn high. I'm a moon that never shows its face. I'm a mouth that doesn't smile. And I'm a word that no one ever wants to say. And I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a fugitive that has no legs to run. I'm a preacher with no pulpit, spewing a sermon that goes on and on. And if you take all the things and you bury them fast, and you pray that they turn to seeds to roots and then grass, it'd be alright. It's alright. Easier that way. And if the sky opened up and started pouring rain like it knew it was time to start things over again, it'd be alright. It was alright. It'd be easier that way. If you take all the things and marry them fast, be alright. That they turn the seeds to roots in the grass, it'd be alright. It's alright. It's easier that way. If the sky opened up and started pouring rain like it knew it was time to stop it over again, it'd be alright. It's alright. It's easier that way. I'm a mountain that has been moved. I'm a river that is all dry. Oh.
Alright, so waiting until it's getting completely dried, the last thing is to do some splash, to do the stars on the sky. So you only need this one happen on the sky area of your first 3 bookmarks. So cover the other part of your painting, and then use a toothbrush and splash some titanium white acrylic colors to your paintings. Alright, so after it's getting dried, remove your tapes. Then this bookmark set is done. Now you have 4 beautiful landscape bookmark set. You can cut them separately with your paper cutter or some knives, whatever. And then when you read a book and you can use them, you can find some beautiful scenes, reference photos by yourself, and make your own bookmark set. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give me a like and follow my channel on my YouTube channel, and follow me with my Instagram. And see you next time. I will make more videos for you.